So today I woke up in Dripping Springs, Texas, a small hill country town about 25 miles west of downtown Austin, in this beautiful 356 square foot foundation tiny house. Now, for those of you wondering, no, my hair didn't exponentially grow since last week's container house video. I've just been stuck at home for several months now. But I'm really excited to be bringing you guys some more tiny house tours in the weeks to come. So this small town of Dripping Springs has a population of only 5,000 people, but it's been a bit of a getaway destination for Austinites and locals in nearby areas for quite some time now, primarily due to its rolling hills, its beautiful, super scenic rivers and hikes, and there's also a handful of award-winning wineries that rival those of nearby Fredericksburg. But don't at me. So the tiny house I had the pleasure of staying in last night, the Louie, is a simple, elegant tiny home with an open floor plan despite its tiny footprint. So the dimensions of the home are about 26 feet by 16 feet with a small patio at the entrance of the home. Nonetheless, the Louie packs a strong punch with the essentials and nothing more that you would need for a night or weekend away here. So let's show you around. The exterior of the Louie is a head turner for sure, and possibly my favorite aspect of this tiny home. The exterior is a mixture of corrugated metal and board and batten siding with a beautiful exposed wood ceiling above the patio, and that perimeters the rest of the home. The entrance is quite impressive for a tiny house, mainly thanks to the huge 8-foot tall windows and full light glass door receiving you. Not only does this give you a glimpse of the inside of the house, but once you're inside, it actually allows you to open up all the blinds and to let in tons and tons of natural light. And I actually found myself not using the lights during the day at all. Upon entering the home, you are greeted with an open concept with the living area, the kitchen, and the dining area sharing the main space. On the left-hand side, you have the living area featuring the centerpiece of the home, the mustard yellow couch, sitting in front of a beautiful shiplap wall that Chip and Jo would give a huge 2 thumbs up to. A couple of simple pieces of furniture complement the couch, such as a side table with an extra blanket for those cold hill country nights, a quirky tripod looking lamp, and a coffee table bringing this space together. Simple, but honestly, I love it. The kitchen, although small, definitely gives you enough space for what you would need here. There is a linear countertop and cabinet setup that spans about 7 feet, in addition to the fridge that sits at the right. There's an open shelf that has cups, coffee mugs, plates, and everything else you would need. There's a retro microwave, a coffee machine, some coffee, and that's pretty much it. The only thing that's missing here that I would have liked for a house to have for a weekend stay is some sort of cooktop or a hot plate so that I can make some simple meals, maybe some pasta, some soup, something like that, so I don't have to go out and purchase food prior to or during my stay. But again, the kitchen is very simple. It has butcher block countertops, black cabinets, and really pairs well together with the rest of the white walls around it. Directly across from the kitchen is a small little space that fits this dining table for 3 people. There's honestly not that much space in the rest of the house, so this is a great place for this sort of end table that seats 3 people. In the far right corner of the tiny house sits the bathroom, and honestly one of my favorite spots of this home. Walking in, you'll notice the shiplap surrounding the left and right walls with a beautiful subway tile shower in the back with a glass partition wall between the shower and the toilet. There is a flush toilet, there is a hot water heater for hot showers, and there is a sink and vanity. So honestly, everything you would need for a comfortable stay here and literally nothing else. The finishes are simple and elegant, and the bathroom feels huge. It has a footprint of about 60 square feet. So for a tiny house, that's a significant portion of the square footage, but it's really comfortable, and honestly, I'm really glad that they didn't skimp on the space or the design of the bathroom, because often that gets forgotten in a tiny house, and I think they nailed it with this one here. Sorry, I'm starving, man. I gotta eat something. The only thing I will say about the bathroom that I personally disliked is that there are no windows and there's no vent. So when I was taking a hot shower this morning, it essentially turned the entire bathroom into a steam room in a matter of like 5 minutes. It wasn't even that hot. There's just no way for that heat or steam to escape the room. And last but not least, in the front corner of the house is the other partition space, which is the bedroom. So although there's not a door, there is sort of a dividing wall between the main living space, the kitchen dining area, and this bedroom. So in the bedroom, there is a queen size bed, which honestly, I'm a huge fan of. I'm glad they didn't go as big as a king, but I'm glad they didn't skimp and go with a full size. So the bedroom is very simple. Again, there's this shiplap accent wall with the TV. There's a little bit of space to kind of put your bags away from the rest of the living and walking space. And there's these 2 floating bedside shelves, which honestly, I'm a huge fan of, and I think should be used in more tiny houses. But essentially, these shelves are hung from the wall, sort of like an L shape. Gives you surface area like a table without the legs that take up the floor space. So honestly, I think this is a great idea in tiny houses because you basically save that floor space. You can put your bags there, you can put other things there, but you still have that surface area of a table so you can set your phone down, you can charge your things at night, and yeah, I think this is a great idea. Should be used in more tiny homes and also normal homes. I think it's a great idea for bedside tables. And in addition, there are 2 large windows at the top of the room that bring in a lot of light from the east, and a large floor to ceiling window bringing in some light as well. So that's basically it, guys. That is the tour of the Louie tiny house. Now, keep in mind that this tiny house may not have all the luxuries that you're accustomed to having at home, but it does have everything you should need for a short time away, a night, a couple nights, a weekend. A week-long stay is a bit of a stretch considering the fact that, again, I think the kitchen is missing a stovetop or a hot plate of some sort so you can cook some meals. I think if you came and stayed for a week, eating out for a week for those 3 meals is kind of a big ask. Other than that, I think the bedroom is great. I love that it's kind of siphoned away from the rest of the main space. I think this open concept living, dining, kitchen space really works well. And then the bathroom, again, I love that they didn't skimp on the size of it, and the shower is amazing. So I think they really knocked this one out of the park in terms of designing it for function, for what it was built for as an Airbnb rental. So if you're looking for a nightly stay, something like a night, 2 nights, or a weekend stay, I think this is perfect. There are plenty of things to do around here, and most importantly, the essentials that you would need. There's hot showers, there's Wi-Fi, there's a TV in the room with Netflix, and the holy grail, coffee. So again, as always, guys, if you would like to book this Airbnb, there is a link in the description taking you to the Louie tiny house listing, as well as a coupon code. If you sign up for Airbnb, you get up to $50 off your first stay. Also, I'd love to know what your favorite part of this tiny house is. Let me know in the comments below. Personally, there's a lot of things that I really liked, but I would say the number one thing that is often overlooked is the amount and the size of the windows. And they really knocked it out of the park with this one. There's 3 windows in the bedroom. There are these huge 8 by 6 foot window in the living room, along with the full light glass door here, and then another huge 8 by 1.5 foot, 2 foot window. You see this window in the back over here. So tons of natural light coming from the east and a little bit from, I believe that's the south. The only thing there isn't are windows on the west of the house. So you're not gonna get any sort of sunset light coming in here, though you could, you know, walk around. There's a beautiful property behind us. I didn't mention earlier, but there are 2 other tiny houses on this same property by the same owners. So this one is closest to the main road. The other 2 are tucked a little bit behind. So if you want some privacy, I will leave the links to the other tiny houses as well. Again, same owners, same setup, same floor plan. So you'll essentially be getting the same thing as you are with the Louie. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you guys like what you saw here, there are going to be a lot of upcoming weekly tiny house tours for you guys to binge watch. So I would really appreciate if you guys gave this video a thumbs up, shared it with your family and friends, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy this short cinematic sequence of the amazing Louie tiny house. I will see you in the next one.